We've all been here before, especially after a holiday like Thanksgiving that is focused almost exclusively on food. You follow your diet religiously, you're maybe even seeing results in our coaching program. And then something comes along like a weekend, a trip, or a holiday that makes you get right back off track. Next thing you know, your clothes feel a little bit tighter, causing you to think that you'll never be able to lose weight permanently. So then you feel frustrated, you continue eating off plan, and you decide that, what difference does another day of bad eating make anyway? So you commit to eating less and working out more, only to get stressed with everyday responsibilities and not even return to your healthy eating plan for several more days, weeks, or months. This is so incredibly common, and it's why our Infinity Health 365 Mindset Coaching this week is focused on one thing, and that's to reframe what it truly means to get off track, what it means to get off track and still be successful, and what steps you can take to quickly refocus so you can keep losing weight. First, let's tackle something important, and that is getting off track is not what you think. These small hiccups don't make you a failure. They make you human. The most successful people in the world slip up on their habits too. What separates them is not their willpower or motivation. They don't have more of it. It's just their ability to get back on track quickly. See, there will always be instances when following your regular routine is basically impossible. But you don't need superhuman willpower. You just need strategies that can pull you back on track. Habit formation hinges on your ability to bounce back quickly. But how many times have you eaten off plan, then had an infestation of automatic negative thoughts, those pesky ants of failure and self-loathing, only to be followed by total frustration and more overeating? So you feel like an epic failure that will never be able to lose weight permanently. This is so common. But how many times have you failed in life and not quit? When you get a speeding ticket or even have a car accident, you don't sell the car and stop driving. When you get a bad grade in college or in school, you don't quit or stop getting the degree. When you botched a presentation at work, you didn't quit your job. When you yelled at your kids, you didn't quit being a parent. I think you get the point. Yet we don't give ourselves that same space and forgiveness for making a mistake of getting off track with eating and then getting right back on track to keep losing weight. So you overate on Thanksgiving. That doesn't mean you have to stay stuck, beating yourself up with automatic negative thoughts of self-loathing and feeling like a failure, only to quit. Getting off track is not what you think. On the contrary, you are human. You will get off track. That's why achieving weight loss and health is a journey. It's an infinity health journey. You just keep going. Those who have the greatest failure tolerance are most successful, even after getting off track, because they realize that an occasional failure is just part of that infinity journey. With that said, here are 7 strategies from James Clear that I love and that you can use to get back on track and bounce right back even after Thanksgiving and as we head into the holiday season. Number 1, schedule your habits into your life. Give your habits a specific space in your life. And you can do this in one of 2 ways. One, you can put it on your calendar. So if you want to get back on track with, say, meal planning, then plan for it. 8 p.m. every evening. Pen and notepad by the fridge. That's when this is happening. Commit to it and do it. Or maybe you want to bounce back with your exercise habit. Fine, then give yourself a time and a place that it needs to happen. 6 a.m. every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with clothes laid out the night before. Okay, option 2, you can tie it to your current behavior with a trigger. See, not all of your habits will fit a specific time frame, which makes it hard to schedule it, but they all should have a trigger that acts as a reminder to do them. So if you want to floss, every day after brushing your teeth, same order, same way, every time. You want to be happier? Every time you stop at a red light, tell yourself one thing you're grateful for. See, that red light is the reminder. Same trigger, same sequence, every single time, until it becomes a habit. The bottom line is this: It might be nice to tell yourself that you're going to change, but getting specific makes it real, and it gives you a reason and a reminder to get back on track whenever you slip up. Soon is not a time, and some is not a number. It's about when and where exactly you're going to do these habits. You might forget once, and that's okay. But what system do you have in place to automatically remind you the next time? Okay, these next steps will help you to develop a sequence for your habits. Number 2, stick to your schedule, even in small ways. It's not the individual impact of missing your schedule that's a big deal. It's the cumulative impact of never getting back on track. See, if you miss one workout, you don't suddenly feel more out of shape than you were before, right? For that reason, it's critical to stick to your schedule, even if it's only in a very small way. Don't have enough time to do a full workout? No big deal. Just do squats or do one of our 10-minute workouts. Don't have enough time to write an article? Write a paragraph, right? Small steps. Don't have enough time to do yoga? Well, just take 10 seconds to breathe or to meditate. Don't have enough time to go on a vacation? Give yourself a mini break and drive the neighborhood. Don't have enough time to meal plan for the week? Just meal plan for the next day. See, individually, these behaviors seem pretty insignificant, but it's not the individual impact that makes a difference. It's the cumulative impact of always sticking to your schedule that will carry you to long-term success. So find a way to stick to your schedule no matter how small it is. Small steps, my friend, 1%. Okay, number 3. Have someone who expects something of you. And as I reflect on my marathon training days, see, it was having friends who expected me to be at the park ready to run at 5:30 a.m. each and every morning that got me out of bed. When someone expects you to show up, you do. It's that simple. The good news is that you don't have to be on a team or have marathon running partners to make this work. Talk to strangers at the gym. Make friends with them. Post in our Facebook page. See, simply knowing that a familiar face or a familiar name on our Facebook page expects to see you can be enough to get you to show up each and every day. Okay, number 4, focus on what you can work by using accurate thoughts. We waste so much time focusing on what is withheld from us, what we can't have. It's that victim mentality. Now, this is especially true after we slip up, get off track from our goals. Anytime we don't do things that we want to do, like eat healthy, go to the gym, we just come up with excuses like, I don't have enough time. I don't have the right contacts. I don't have the right people to have accountability. I don't have enough experience. I have too much stress. I need to learn more about that diet. I'm not sure what to do. See, we can come up with any excuse in the world, but those are nothing more than inaccurate thoughts. We lie to ourselves and break our own self-trust. Here's what I want you to do and think instead. I can work this. I can do this because that's accurate thinking. It's that simple. I can work this because you can. The truth is that most of us start in the same place. No time for meal planning, no expertise on healthy eating, too much stress, no motivation, not enough time. But those who succeed with long-term weight loss choose to get started by just being 1% better than the day before. It's not easy, but I promise you that in your life, it will be better if you choose to feel uncomfortable and make progress, rather than complain and make excuses with those inaccurate thoughts. Shift your focus from what is withheld from you, what you don't have, to what is available to you. It's rare that your circumstances prevent you from making any progress. You might not like where you have to start, and your progress might be slower than you like, but you can work with this and you can do it because that's accurate. Number 5, just because it's not perfect doesn't mean it's not beneficial. See, it's so easy to get hung up on doing things perfectly and end up preventing yourself from doing them at all. Here's an example. I really want to eat healthy, but see, I go to Chipotle every Friday with my friends, and I like to get sour cream and cheese on my burrito. And I know that's not healthy. Plus, See, I have book club meeting every Tuesday, and we always have a glass of wine, and I don't want to be the only one that's not joining the group. Maybe I should just try something else. Seriously, is eating clean 5 days per week better than not eating clean at all? Yes, absolutely. That's true, and it's accurate. In fact, eating healthy 1 day per week is better than none at all. It's that 1% progress. Make that your goal to start. Eat clean every Monday. Just because you can't stick to a 7-day perfect eating schedule doesn't mean you shouldn't stick to it at all. Good habits are built gradually. Start slow, live your life, get better along the way. Progress is a journey of being 1% better than yesterday. It's not a place, it's not a destination. Furthermore, if you haven't mastered the basics, then why make things even harder for yourself by fretting about all those details or about having 7 days of perfect eating? The optimal strategies will make the last 10% of difference. Meanwhile, 90% of your results will hinge on you simply sticking to the basics. Don't miss your workouts, eat real food, do the most important thing first each day. Master the fundamentals now, and then you can optimize those details later. 6, design your environment for success. See, if you think you need more motivation or more willpower to stick to your goals, then I've got good news. You actually don't need any more willpower. Motivation is tricky. Some days you feel inspired, some days you don't. Me too. If you want to consistently have change, the last thing you want to rely on is something that's inconsistent, like willpower. It wears out like a muscle. Now, I've written about strategies for overcoming motivation, like focusing on your identity instead of your results, setting a schedule instead of a deadline or instead of an event to catapult your results. Another great way to overcome this willpower obstacle is to design your environment for success. So most of us acknowledge that the people who surround us influence our behaviors, but the items that surround us also have a huge impact on our behavior. The signs we see, the things that are on your desk at work, the pictures hanging on your wall, the books on your bookshelf, these are all environmental cues that can cause us to take actions that serve us or that hurt us. So when I wanted to start wearing my retainer consistently, yes, I still have to wear a retainer, even at 52. One of the most useful changes I made was to keep my retainer case open and to position it next to my toothbrush in my top drawer. It sounds like a silly thing to focus on and a little minor detail, but the visual cue of actually seeing the retainer with the top open every time I brushed my teeth meant that I didn't have to remember to wear it. With this simple environmental change, I made it easy to do the new habit, and I didn't need more motivation or more willpower or a reminder on my phone or a post-it note on the mirror or even a sticker chart. It just made sense to have a visual cue. It's an environmental cue. And if you're trying to eat more veggies, then it makes sense to arrange your refrigerator so the veggies are right up front, packaged and easy to grab. So after Thanksgiving, it makes sense to rearrange that fridge. Number 7, care. It sounds so simple, but make sure that the habits that you're trying to stick to are actually important to you and your goals. Sometimes forgetting your habit is a sign that it's not important to you at all. Most of the time this isn't true, but it happens often enough, so I do want to mention it. It's remarkable how much time people spend chasing things that they don't really care about. And then when they don't achieve them, they just beat themselves up with those automatic negative thoughts and then feel like a failure for not achieving something that actually wasn't even important to being committed to. You only have so much energy to put towards the next 24 hours. So pick a habit that you care about. If it really matters to you, then you're going to find a way to make it work. Getting back on track is truly not about the small hiccups. It's not about a day of eating off plan. It's not about a weekend of indulgences. Getting back on track is about having high failure tolerance. It's about seeing your deviances as a temporary situation. Getting back on track means you move through a situation, but you recognize you're still in control by jumping back on track as quickly as possible rather than staying stuck. I know change can be hard. Getting back on track can be even harder. But know that your healthy habits might take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, especially when you're starting out or trying to get unstuck. So anticipate those backward steps, develop a plan for getting back on track so you can recommit to your routine as quickly as possible. And it's super important in the holiday season. And if you need help with getting back on track, please schedule your December coaching session now. Post about your challenge in our private Facebook page, hop on our Monday mindset coaching, or drop me an email for unlimited support. I hope you had a super Thanksgiving and are ready to use these 7 strategies from James Clear's work to get your brain and body smart lifestyle right back on track this week. I know you can do it.